Top story on Blender Burner, free Kid Rock. The time, about a year ago. The place, DeKalb County, Georgia. Officer Friday and myself responded to a WTF call at a local Waffle House. One Bob Ritchie, aka Kid Rock, had been involved in a brawl. A window was broken. My name is Joe Levy, and I don't carry a badge. Kid Rock, of course, was arrested last year in a Waffle House brawl in DeKalb County, Georgia. That's Atlanta to the rest of us. Classy. Keep it classy, Kid Rock. Kid Rock posted on his website this week that he's more than a little steamed that the judge in the case, Judge Wong, will not let him do his time by going to Iraq this Christmas and playing for the troops. And of course, Kid Rock really cares. He means it. He's genuinely concerned about the troops, and this would hardly be his first trip.
Make the Thursday gas line and PC politicians pay.
Kid Rock, on the other hand, would like it to count that he really cares about the people who protect and serve our country, that he wants to entertain them, shake their hands, and make them feel better while they're away from home. You know what? He's right. He should be commended for that. On the other hand, you know what you usually get when you have to do community service? You usually get something like the judge had in mind, something punitive, something that feels like you did something wrong. Something like scrubbing toilets, like Snoop Dogg had to, or picking up trash, like Boy George and Naomi Campbell had to. Geez, even Lindsay Lohan, when she got pinched for a DUI, had to go to a morgue and do some community service there to remind herself that people die sometimes. Bottom line, and this is simple, community service is not charity work, it's punishment. Kid Rock is old enough to know that, as Beretta used to say,
don't do the crime if you can't do the time, yeah. Don't do it.
The onslaught of Britney is not over. This week we celebrated her 27th birthday, the release of her new record Circus, and the debut of the MTV documentary where she says, gee, something bad happened, that was kind of messed up. Now we have to deal with K-Fed. Thanks, Britney! K-Fed is on the cover of People magazine this week telling his side of the story, which you'd think would pretty much be, dude, I got to be with Britney Spears, which was awesome, but now I don't have to be with her anymore, which is even more awesome. But actually, it's that he's a really good dad and he cares. In fact, People is practically presenting him as Father of the Year, to which one can only respond, man, fatherhood has gotten messed up. Now, Britney was also on MTV revealing, well, I don't know exactly what.
I'm sad.
On the other hand, she was saying stuff like,
I choose to be a happy person. If I have a bad day, I get really, really angry with myself.
These are the two Britney Spears at war. The real Britney, the one who has human emotions, and the entertainment robot, who is now dominant and in control. Can she survive the war of the two Britneys? Only time will tell, but I wouldn't put money on it.
That's how I choose to be.
Possibly for the first time in the entire history of the Grammy Awards, you could listen to every CD nominated for Album of the Year and not think, oh my God, when will this be over? Why are they making me listen to this Herbie Hancock record? Every single album nominated, from Coldplay to Radiohead to Lil Wayne to Neo to Robert Plant and Alison Krauss, is actually worth hearing. It's almost like the Grammys want you to believe that they're about good music. In another shocker, an artist you possibly may never have heard of, Jazmine Sullivan, who made my favorite R&B album of the year, scored 5, count them, 5 Grammy nominations. Top among Jazmine's nominations is Best New Artist, and she's actually made one of the smartest R&B records of the year. She's got songs about wanting to break her ex-boyfriend's windows, she's got songs hooked to Jimi Hendrix samples, and she's got cute songs for teenagers about, like, meeting some guy who's actually not as cool as the guy your friend is dating. So let's switch. Let's just switch. Awesome. She may actually get famous out of this, which means that the Grammys can now be considered a force for good, not evil. They don't have to hold the ceremony on the Death Star anymore. They can move it to the planet of Endor, where the Ewoks live. That's all for this week. I'm Joe Levy. You've been watching Blender Burner.